Hey everybody, it's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. It's just a suburb of Vancouver. So I'm just going to wait because it takes a little while for you guys to find me. It's just the way Facebook works. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm actually broadcasting. Get that all sorted, and then I will make sure that I'm actually okay. So now I'm showing up. Hi Keisha, you should get an award for being here first. Can you hear me? That way I don't have to check. I'm going to, my mouse is acting really weird. It's got a mind of its own and it's driving me nuts. Yeah, you can hear me. I can hear you. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. You have a lot of blossoms in your neighborhood, Keisha, that are blooming because you're, like I said before, you always post such beautiful pictures on Instagram of your flowers on your walk, and they're gorgeous. I think today's was a rhodie. I think it was a kind of white with pink. I think. I can't remember. Every day there's something. You can hear me. Yay! Okay, we'll just wait for a few more folks to pop on, and then we'll get started. I'm tired today. I have no idea why. I think it was the weather, because remember we had that beautiful sunshine and everything on Victoria Day weekend. It was glorious, and then the dark clouds rolled in, and then we had cold and rain, hence my light sweater here. And I think it just poops me out. Oh, nice. Nice. They're pretty. Hi, Mern. Yeah, we've got sunshine now, but we did not have sunshine earlier. It was cold, like 11 degrees. It was freezing. I don't know what the temp is now, but it's very nice out there. So, you know, if you don't get drowned out in the morning, you get burnt in the afternoon. Okay, so we've got Keisha and Mern, and some other people will start to pop in, I'm sure. Hopefully. We'll wait just a minute and see. Otherwise, is everybody doing okay? I've got this little patch of dry skin since you asked. I gotta get some cream on it. I said to my husband, have I got like a rash? He goes, no, just some dry skin. Hi, Sharon. My friend Sharon in Australia. Hello. It is what? Let me do the math. What's today? Wednesday. It's Thursday. And I'm going to guess it's around 9 a.m. on Friday. I'm thinking. No, 9 p.m. on Thursday. I don't even know. I don't know. I can't do the math. It's 6 a.m. on Friday, right? Hi, Stacy. Okay, we've got enough folks. Let's get started. Okay, so couple things. If you live in Canada, I have a grab bag offer. If you live in the United States, my border buddy Patsy Waggoner has a grab bag offer. And what we've done is we've collected up some retired product. Some of it is brand new and has never been used, and some of it is gently used, and some of it is well loved. Anyway, we're gathered it up in a value of $200, and we're boxing it up, and we can mail it to you, or you can pick up from our porches if you live in Alexandria, Minnesota, or in Vancouver, the Lower Mainland. And you can get it all for $75. So $200 worth of product for $75. And I'm including 3 stamp sets, a die set, or a punch, something like that. And then I'll augment it with a bunch of retired DSP and ribbon and embellishments. Okay. It's Thursday morning. I've got you the whole day ahead there, Sharon. So that's exciting. And I'm also really excited about it's not a new venture, but it's something new that I'm going to be bringing to Facebook. And when I say it out loud, it means I have to do it, right? Yeah. So years and years ago, I used to do videos, like classic videos on YouTube, but not lives because I didn't have them then. And I did something called Technique Tuesdays. And I did it on my blog too. This is years ago. Patsy did a video for 52 weeks. Every week for 52 weeks, she prepared 52 videos, also techniques. So what we're going to do is go back and revisit those. And we're going to make them into a PDF, so one a week. And when you watch my live, I'm going to be showing you a technique that we picked out. And then you can download the sheet for the technique and print it off if you want and put it in a binder. So that's what we used to do sitting around a table with customers, but we're going to bring it back. We're bringing techniques back. All right, so let's start today. Here we go. So this little box, you might be thinking, oh, it's a cute box. And inside, I got this box yesterday. Inside, I'm just going to fix my camera. There we go. Inside this adorable box. Is that pretty? It's got a little ribbon latch here. Is my pin for 20 years as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So you can see it. So it just says, congratulations on your Stampin' Up! Anniversary. Wear this pin proudly. So that's my pin. So I'll get to add it to my other pins. It's kind of pretty. I like the box. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so that came today and I was excited. So anniversary, a year, another year has gone by. And this is the stamp set we're going to use today. It's called Amazing Year. Oh, thanks, Mern. And it's on page, let me bring this in, 28. Oh, can you see that? That is a horrible lighting. Let's just see if we can fix that mess. That's better. Sometimes not having the light right over it is actually better. Okay, so we've got Amazing Year here. And we've got these samples. And I've talked a lot about this in the past, about how everybody gets stuck. Everybody gets to the point where they can't think of anything to do. So when that happens to me, I go to the catalogs, to one of the publications, because these are created by the concept artists. And I go and I think, you know, I'm going to copy this card. And in stamping world, we call it case, C-A-S-E. So some people say it's copy and share everything. Some people say copy and selectively edit. So you can change it up a little bit, but it's a really good starting point. So I loved this card here. I thought it was pretty. So I made that card, or a similar card. And here's the one that I made. So this got me kind of going and thinking about the stamp set and playing with some of the elements. Now on this card, the circle and these fabulous labels are from the, here it is, from the Stylish Shape dies. Okay, so you get squares, circles, and labels. Okay, so that's how I did the circle and the labels. The stamp was stamped and then fussy cut out because there are no dies, but you can do it. It's a pretty simple one to do if you just go around the outside and don't try and get too fancy. Okay, so that was my starting point. Okay, so let's make a card that's based off of this card, and I can show you the concept of copy and selectively edit. Okay, so let's do that. All right, I'm going to start the way the concept artist started, which is with Pool Party. Okay, I've cut it to a standard A2 card. So 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We always want to use our bone folder, don't we? You guys are awfully quiet today. Oh, thanks. You guys like the idea of the techniques. Yeah, we're going to call it, we're so creative, Border Buddy Techniques with Patsy and Alison. So yeah, I'm going to start that in the next week or so. Okay. I haven't picked a day. I'm not even sure whether I'll just do it on a Wednesday or whether I'll add a day. I'll have to see what I think. All right, so pool party. Now I've got some pre-cut pieces here, and I always like to give you guys measurements so that you can make it yourself. So my basic white piece is 2.5 by 3.25, 2.5 by 3.25. And then I've used pear pizzazz and I've made that 1/8 of an inch bigger just to give it an edge. Okay. And then I've got another piece of pool party, and this one is 3 by 4.5. And again, this is basic white is cut just 1/8 of an inch bigger. Look at my nails. It's a good thing I'm getting them done tomorrow. I've got so much ink under them. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been clawing in the garden. Okay. I love when I get my nails done because they're super, super, super short. Like as short as she can go without rubbing my skin off. So I'm ready. Okay. So that's the pieces that we're going to need. I've also brought in a piece of crumb cake. Okay. Oh, hi, Mern. Yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be free. It's not going to be a paid thing. We're just going to provide it as a free offering. So just join me and you can, find them. We'll post it to our pages. And also we have a joint group. If you guys aren't members, please join, called Border Buddies. And we have a hangout, Border Buddy Hangout. And so join us over there. And we'll also put it up there. Okay. So I'm going to start with this piece of crumb cake. Let me see. Any more questions? Nope. Okay. Hi, Janice. Welcome, you guys. Okay. So how I've been kind of like upset or just kind of sad that my poor little embossing buddy is no life left. Like it's literally, this is all empty. Okay. Well, here's the good news. I found a brand new one in my drawer. And look how fat this puppy is. Look at it. Isn't this fabulous? I love it. Okay, I want to emboss on this piece of crumb cake. So I'm just going to rub that over. You can use a Swiffer if you don't have that. I'm going to bring in my Versamark. And I just want to emboss the Enjoy Your Day. Okay, so I'm not worried about getting the rest of my stamp. So just want to enjoy my day. Okay, and I'm going to emboss it in black. Now, just let me grab a little piece of scrap here. I need a scrap piece of paper here. Black. It always looks like coal being dumped on here, doesn't it? At least I think so. So that's all I care about. I just want to make sure that little label, Enjoy Your Day, is going to get embossed. And we'll put all that back. Okay. Let's grab our heat gun. I'll just heat that. The reason I thought of it revamping what we had done years ago is because someone asked about embossing and said that she had no luck embossing and it never worked out for her, and I guess it was frustrating. So I linked to my original YouTube video, which has got to be 10 or 12 years old, because the concept of embossing hasn't changed. But that got me thinking, how many techniques do we do that nobody knows how to do? Or how many old techniques are so fun, but we've forgotten to use them because we've moved on? So that's kind of what prompted all of that. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, okay, because I don't need it right now. Okay, still got my pretty flowers. Let's stamp those on my pool party. So I've got my pool party layer here, and I've got my pool party card front, and I'm going to use pool party ink, and we're just going to go tone on tone here. So let's ink that up. And all I want to do, let me grab this, is ink stamp at the corners. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do it at the opposite corner. Okay. There we go. Doesn't matter in the middle because that's going to get covered up. I'm bringing in my little piece here. And let's do the same thing. So I'm going to go like so. And this one is actually kind of fun. I can actually line this up so that they meet in the middle. Again, they're going to be covered, so I don't really care, but I want to make sure that I get a nice impression on my corners. So that's all I want to do with those. Okay, so I can set that aside. And I see I forgot to, let me just see here. I forgot to, no, that's still good. Got a brand new, look at this, brand new love. If you guys don't have a chamois, you need to get a chamois because look, it's just so fabulous. All right, now I'm going to grab my piece of basic white, and this is my focal point for stamping on. Okay. Hi, Gail. So glad you could come. Okay. I want to make sure I'm stamping what I want to stamp. Now, I hope this piece is big enough. I think it is. I re-inked my Memento ink pad too, so hopefully it's not too juicy because you know how that can happen. No, that's perfect. I'm going to set that dry for a sec. Now we're using Memento, as you know, because it's an alcohol, it's a water-based ink, and we want to use it with our alcohol markers. Okay. So that's the purpose of stamping with that ink. All right, I'm going to be using Old Olive. I've got So Saffron, and I've got Pale Papaya. So I'm going to be using those to color in my flowers. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, it doesn't matter if you start with dark or light. Let's move this down a tit. Make sure I'm still in the shot. There we go. That's better. So it doesn't matter if you start with dark or light. You do whatever, you do you, is what I say to people. I'm going to start with the dark Pale Papaya because I want to add it in the center of my flowers, like so. And then I also want to just kind of highlight the edges of my petals. I'm not an artist. My daughter is, but I am not. And she always has some great ideas. Like she would throw in a color like crumb cake and make it work for highlights, or smoky slate or something like that. But this image is kind of easy to color, so I don't think we have to do too much shading. Okay, so that's the first layer of color that I'm laying down. Okay, so you can see it's just kind of, you know, just the darkest color, I guess is what I'm saying. Now I'm going to pick light So Saffron. And I'm just going to use the brush end. You know, there's two ends to these, right? There's the bullet end and there's the brush end, and you can use whatever end you like. Again, I'm just going to go over top. And while I go over, I love alcohol inks, it's going to blend those colors. I love it. Sorry, guys. My scissors have these beads on them, so that when my desk looks like a bomb went off, I can find it. I'll show. It looks like this. Okay, so I rarely lose my scissors, but they're in a little holder, and every time I move the table, they clang. So I'm not sure you're going to hear that, but we don't need clanging. I'm going to go back in and just add some more yellow. Sorry, Pale Papaya. Pale Papaya. Just add some more. Okay. It's pretty simple. I am then going to grab my dark Old Olive, and I'm going to use the bullet ends, and I am just going to add a little sliver to these leaves. I don't want to rush it, because if I rush it, I'll mess it up, and I don't want to do that. If you go outside the lines, it is no big deal. Now, if you prefer, you could watercolor this with our water painter brushes and or our blending brushes. Not the blending brushes, but the, oh my gosh, what are they called? My name's, Keisha will help me. They have, oh my gosh, they're not blending brushes. They're just, and they're not blends. They're a tool where you can grab ink and color. So you would use your ink pads. Somebody will tell me the name. All right. Then we're going to go in with our light Old Olive. Oh, I noticed I missed a few there. Sorry. Because I want a two-tone, but I just want a very light two-tone. There we go. So dark, and then I'm going to go in and just blend with the light. That's really all you have to do. This image is very small. You don't have to do a lot of fussy coloring, just enough. So it's sort of like fun coloring. You could also use watercolor pencils. That'd be nice. There's lots of different ways you can add color. Whatever you like, or even our markers. I like the blends because they do blend the colors together, which makes it easy to get an effect that looks pretty fancy. There we go. I am going to just add a very, I'm almost like, what's the word? Just gentle strokes just to add to those stems. Okay. So that's what we've got so far. No, not the aqua painter, Keisha. It's got glycerin in it. What are the pens that have glycerin in it? Blending? Are they just blending pens? No, it's driving me nuts. Okay. I'm going to take a commercial break and I'm going to look it up. I don't even know what page it would be on. What kind of... These are old, like ones we've used forever. Let's see. Ink and coloring. Coloring tools? I'm sure we still have them. Let's see. Maybe we don't. Oh, there they are. Blender pens. See, there's too many blends. Blender pens. Mern, you win. You got the closest. So here they are. So they have glycerin in the barrel, and they have two ends, and you just pick up the color from your ink pad and color. It's really fun. It's just another way to add color. We'll do that another time. See, a technique. We could do that as a technique. Now, remember earlier I stamped and embossed this. Let's cut this little tag out. I wanted it, we're just fussy cutting this. I wanted this to be a different color, just to stand out. And I thought crumb was good. Oh, look at this, because I didn't completely heat the part that I didn't care about. My label's heated, but my other piece isn't. So I'm just cutting that like so. And you can just, I want to trim that a little bit closer. That's a little bit too far away. There we go. And look at all my, there we go. Where's that old one? There it is. So I can go in here and just go over that. It's going to take all that off. And I can even clean my disc with it. There we go. All right. So we've got that. Perfect. Oh, I'm going to trim that a little bit more. The lighting in here today is really bad. I'm not sure why. Okay, there we go. Let us put this on our pear pizzazz. Okay, so just going to glue that on. Hi, Donna. I mailed your catalog. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is today. I mailed your catalog yesterday. You should probably get it by the end of the week because it's just coming down the street to you. Let me know when you get it. All right. And Small World, I see that you're on that. We each received an email today from, you used to obviously go to the Weight Watchers one at on Richmond there. And so did I. So I saw your name on that list. Small World. All right. Let's get some linen thread. And let's tie a bow. I'm not used to having my camera so close. It's because I don't have to use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine today. Oh, can you believe it? Okay. So there we go. We're going to be putting that on, and we're going to be putting our label on. But let's do our label first. And I think on my original card, I just glued it down. But I'm thinking maybe it would be kind of cute popped up. When in doubt, pop it up. Okay, let's just pop that up. If you wanted to be really fancy, you could also hand cut out the flowers and pop them up. That would be nice too. So we're just going to layer that on top. I just wanted it to have more of a, rustic look. Then we're going to glue dot this on. If you guys get paper pumpkin comes with fabulous projects and a stamp set and an ink spot. But this is the best thing that comes. It's these double-sided glue dots. But what I love about them is they're flat. And if you use your take a pick tool, you can just grab it and remove it. Do you remember the other day, you guys, I was playing with the adhesive sheets? I couldn't get the adhesive sheets off. I did have a moment today where I thought, should I use those on camera? Maybe they won't come off, but they did. So there we go. So that's our focal image. Is that pretty? So simple. Let's put the rest of this together. So we've already gone ahead and stamped that. We did that earlier in the video. If you just joined late, you can watch the replay. And just going to layer that on there, like so. And then we will layer this on the front of the card. So you can see how those corners, just stamping the corners here, those two corners and here, just gives a really nice look, and you don't have such a plain background, right? And then of course the star of this card is the flowers that we've colored. So let's put that on let's pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's do that. Put that in the middle. Now Diane isn't here on our call today, but she always likes to have some Winkostella. So let's do that, because when she watches the replay, she'll see the Winkostella and be happy. I love it too. It just adds that little sparkle, right? Just going to do it on the flowers. Now, oh, hi, Jacqueline. You can catch up, Jacqueline, and watch the replay. I'm going to grab these fantastic, what are they called? Glossy dot assortments. Look at this. Look how pretty these are. Aren't they gorgeous? I haven't got many left because I used them in a class and I mailed out a whole bunch. Okay, so let's grab a medium one. Okay, I'm going to put it up there, and then let's grab a itty bitty one. That's the yellow, and then let's grab a little baby blue. Oop. Okay, now let's see, what do we got here? Let's move this paper, although maybe it's better. No, I don't think it matters. Okay, so here's the card that we made based on the card from the catalog. So here was the card that's from the catalog, pretty much a direct copy of the card from the catalog. It's got a little more steps because I've fussy cut out the flowers, right? And done some labels. So I've used my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And then I took those exact same ideas and created a card that's more of my own. And you can do this. I really encourage you guys, or change the colors, right? Just make it the same, but blue or purple flowers, and change the color of the paper, or just make it your own. Do your own thing. Okay, I love those glossy ones too. So pretty. Oh, thanks, you guys. I'm glad you liked the cards. Hi, Marilyn, you snuck in there. Thank you, Marilyn. You think you like my card better? Thank you. I like both of them, but yeah, just simple, right? This was not a difficult card. And you saw how fast I made it. My goodness, we made it in like 20 minutes, right? Thanks, Keisha. I like both of them. They're just, different. But it's just, what I'm trying to get across is that sometimes we get so stuck if you go to the catalog and you look at a card and just think, I can make that. I actually sometimes, many times, I will find another stamp set. I'm trying to see here. Let me find another sample to give you an example of what I might do. See, that I'm not ready to, I didn't have this planned, but I wanted to show you that you can do so many things. Okay, here's a card, just for sake of argument. Here, let's go back over here. Okay, so this card here in the corner, okay, it's not using that stamp set, but why couldn't we expand that to maybe a larger size card? That's the first thing you could do. And you see how they've got the vellum. If you've got your catalog, you'll see it. They've got the vellum underneath, and then they stamped, and then they've offset them, and then they've put an cutout die behind it. You could do all of that, but just substitute the stamps that we use today, right? So you don't have to think, oh gosh, I can only use the card that, and the stamps that they've got, because we don't have all of these stamps. At least I don't. I don't think you guys do. But flip through. Just flip through and say, oh yeah, I really like that layout. I could use that layout. Like, how cute is this layout with the pig? Isn't this cute? By the way, we're now digressing to this birthday piggy. It's just so cute. But look at this one. Taking those elements, replacing the pig with one of the flowers. Here we go. Or this one here. That's a great layout. Replacing that with the flowers. Perfect. So whenever you get stuck, think about, how can I get my, creative juices flowing? How can I inspire myself? And it's easy if you just go to our catalogs and just look at what the artists have done, right? Yeah, it's good to, or have somebody just, watch somebody's videos, right? Hi, Janice. Well, glad you guys came, but you can watch the replay. It's not a long one today, just half an hour. I like to keep them to half an hour. I think that's it for today. I hope you're excited about my new venture that I announced at the beginning, which is Patsy Waggoner and I, my border buddy in Minnesota, and I are going to go back to the old days. We're going to reinvent the old days where we used to have technique clubs. We're going to do it online, and we're going to bring back some PDFs that we had from years ago and revamp them and use different cards, and try and get you thinking more about how to stamp and how to use the products versus what the final outcome is, right? Because we tend to make videos and show you, make this card, but sometimes it's nice to know, what do I do with these adhesive sheets, or how do I emboss, or those basic things for stamping. So we're going to go back and do that, but I will keep you posted on when that starts. That'll be a series, and again, it's online, it's free, it's not a class. All right, you guys, I think that's it. I don't see any more comments. Oh, thanks, Mern. Let's get back together on, I'm going to do Sunday at 10 a.m. I'll see you then. Have a great rest of the week. I hope you find some creative time for yourselves. And again, as always, I appreciate you joining me live or watching me later on replay. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening.